I tensed at the shrill reprimand that came from Scribner at seeing me standing by her desk. "I was actually hoping to see you on my first day, madam." I put on my best winning smile as I continued. "But seeing as you weren't here at a time, I was looking for a specific title for class. I tried to help myself."
Such nonsense. The only thing you've been helping is
The new student.
Another voice spoke up before Scribner could finish her sentence, attempting to grasp her bearings upon seeing the deputy headmistress.
Professor Weasley. As you can see, I've caught Mr. Sallow somewhere I deemed him inappropriate to be. And I think it's only right that detention is in order.
Which he will be serving under me, Agnes. I assure you, detention will fail in comparison to what's in store for him this afternoon.
I couldn't help raise my brows at what Professor Weasley had said, but chose to remain silent as I watched Scribner be content at the thought that I was in more trouble now that the deputy headmistress was involved.
Come now, Mr. Sallow, we've places to be.
Casting one last uneasy glance at the mouldy librarian, I made to follow Professor Weasley out the library.
I take it from Professor Hecat that you've become acquainted with our new 5th year?
You could say she's made quite the impression for the whole class, but yes, we have exchanged a few words, Professor. And then some. I kept that last tidbit to myself.
Well, it seems you've also left quite the impression on Miss Hayes, enough for her to request your presence in accompanying her to Hogsmeade this afternoon.
Pardon, Professor? I asked in surprise, thinking my ears were deceiving me.
I've instructed her to meet you by the castle doors once the lunch hour is over. You'll be excused from the remainder of your classes this afternoon, and I'll also be granting you house points in exchange for safely escorting Miss Hayes to Hogsmeade. Do you have any more questions, Mr. Sallow?
Despite me being most definitely curious as to why this particular task didn't exactly present itself as an equivalent to getting detention, though, I kept that to myself, and was now left to ponder the opportunity that presented itself. There was still the matter of the reference book I was initially on the hunt for, and now seems to be the most perfect time than any to ask if Beatrice was open to sharing the book, maybe over study time after dinner tonight. I nodded in self-satisfaction with my plan of action when I spotted the telltale waver of cobalt blue robes now heading my way.
Well, fancy meeting you here.
Hello, Sebastian.
Ah, my new charge. I'm told you're in dire need of supplies, and I'm to accompany you into Hogsmeade for them. Is this your first foray into the village?
It is. I haven't left the castle since I arrived. Unfortunately, this also caused me to be quite a burden to your time today.
No worries. I quite understand if you feel the need to spend time with me, really. What with the exclusive knowledge I've imparted with you so far. Though speaking of which, you seem to have acquired something that'll greatly assist me in accomplishing the charms homework you've cleverly gotten exempted from Professor Ronan. What do you say to a trade? Time with me to Hogsmeade this afternoon, in exchange for your time sharing a certain reference material with me later during study period.
You're starting to make me rethink my choice of company between you and Natty Sallow.
I watched with bated breath as Beatrice narrowed her eyes at me, a playful smile gracing her lips.
I see no other choice but to leave my fate in your hands this afternoon, Sebastian, but know that I chose you for your experience with dueling, just in case our quick excursion to Hogsmeade takes on an eventful approach.
Well, if my deftness with a wand is most agreeable to you.
I shall endeavour to be the very best of guides, then. Hogsmeade's a charming little place, self-contained too. We should be able to find you everything that you need. Shall we?
Care to put a little jog in our steps on our trip to Hogsmeade?
I garner the sooner we get there, the sooner I'll be able to pay my debt to you during study period tonight.
Have you had much of a chance to explore the castle?
A little. It's positively enormous.
It is that. I've been there 5 years and barely scratched the surface. Loads to see, places to discover.
Oh, any you'd like to share with the class?
Perhaps one day. I can't go around telling you all my secrets now, can I? You still haven't told me how you became so good at dueling.
All right, you've now probably heard all sorts of rumors from whence I came. Tell me what you know, and I might as well find amusement in hearing the most absurd of them.
Interesting. This was a chance for me to slowly unravel the mystery that was the new 5th year, so of course I'd grab at the opportunity.